You want an extra spring in your step? Come check out spring in Massachusetts. Hey everyone, my name is Matt Swierk, and you know I'm a local real estate expert and a wealth building mindset coach right here in the state of Massachusetts. Now, if this is the first time you've been to the channel, welcome. If you did click that subscribe button and you click that little bell, you got notified to come back, so welcome back. If you do that, give us some thumbs up because we definitely appreciate the encouragement. So what is this channel all about? We talk everything about Massachusetts, whether it's places to go, people to see, things to do. Today we're talking springtime in Massachusetts. So it's definitely the second most wonderful time of the year because I'm a big Christmas person, so I love that song. It's the most wonderful. Anyway, you have questions, we have answers. Reach out to us any way possible. We get overloaded with comments and requests, so if we lose you in the cracks, we apologize. Shoot us a message back. We'll get back to you as quick as we can. We appreciate the grace. One thing you have to remember, when it comes to Massachusetts, we've always got your back. All right, so we're really excited to talk about our video on living in Massachusetts in the spring. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful time of year. We want to let you know what's in store for the season. What are some of the activities you can do, places to go, some of the local events we have. So I want to get started. Before I dive into the video, I just want to make a comment. We talked about clam chowder last week, and we brought up the idea of Manhattan clam chowder. Now, I gotta be honest, we got some feedback about like, hey, like don't beat up on the Manhattan chowder, clam chowder, whatever it is. I gotta be honest with you, I've never even had it, okay? So what's really interesting, especially in the space of mindset, is we learn all these things from people around us, and we absorb these belief systems. So it's really funny because I live here in New England, and we have New England clam chowder, and we think that's the best chowder in the world, we discredit all the other soups in the world. Right? Absolutely ridiculous. It reminds me of a story when I was in college. I played football with, we had these big rivalries between Quincy and North Quincy. And there was this guy, I played against him for 4 years. I was like, I don't like this guy at all. He happened to go to the same college that I did. He came up for a weekend. And what's the chances? He's in the basement of this fraternity party. I see him. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's Mark. And he kind of sees me. We're giving each other looks. And we end up bumping into each other and kind of standoffish. And he was like, Matt, I hate you. And I was like, Mark, I hate you too. So things are, the energy starts to shift. And then all of a sudden I start laughing. I was like, Mark, I don't even know you, but I don't like you because you go to a different high school. That is a paradigm. That's a set of mental habits that's stored in the subconscious. So it's really interesting that the habit of not liking something or not liking some group because of what has been taught around you, really, really interesting concept. So it's really funny to see what we lock in our subconscious and how that affects our day-to-day routines. So anyway, let's talk about the weather. This is something, the joke here in Massachusetts is if you don't like the weather, just blink. Things can change like that, and we can have major swings. We had this big April Fool's snowstorm years and years ago. We got a big blizzard. We were like, what's going on here? Because typically the adage of our spring is March is in like a lion, out like a lamb, which means winter comes rushing through. It's like, hey, you're not leaving yet. Let me whack you with some more snow. We just got hit with a nor'easter a couple weeks ago, and oh yeah, it's been a good winter here, but we got nailed, and that was the last one. I think that was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I still have big snowbanks out on my street, so those will be melting really soon. And we're about to hit the turn where all the temperatures next week will be out of the freezing mark, and we're on our way to having an amazing spring. So weather is generally mild, very pleasant. We average about 55 degrees in April. The temperature goes, or 55 in April, it starts to go up into 65 in May. Really, really sunny days. We usually get about 12 hours of sun. So, definitely get outside, get your vitamin D. If you're out in the sun for a long time, put your sunscreen on. A little public service announcement. So the next thing we want to talk about are just places to visit. Now, the Boston Public Garden is one of the most stunning places as far as the flowers and the trees. It's actually the oldest park or public park park in the United States. So, we kind of have the ego of a lot of things. We were the first to do things because of that whole adage with Plymouth Rock, and we're not going to dive into that subject. I'll stop right now. I was about to say something, but so there's a lot of things that were quote unquote started here. So, knowing it's the oldest public park, no big surprise. But it's a great place you can walk and wander through. Sometimes they'll have vendors out there selling all kinds of different products. There's the pond that's there. There's swan boats that go. The really funny thing is the pond is really like just this deep. So as a little kid, I thought it was like this deep, huge thing. Then I go take my kids there, years ago, and I'm like, this thing is up to my ankles. Like, how do the boats even fit in the water? But it's, and again, I thought it was this big rush going on the swan boats. It's a paddle boat that goes really slow, but it's a really cool thing. And little plug for the state, Make Way for Ducklings. I don't know if anyone's read that book, but we have an amazing statue that's here in Massachusetts about it. And in the wintertime, they put little Santa hats on there, just to get into the season, and they put little scarves on too. So it's a cute little thing. And that was not a word I used before I had two little girls. And yeah, I think a lot of things are cute. I wear pink. It's okay. All right. And I cry. All right. So, anyway, if you're going to be around Boston and checking out the Boston Commons, the public garden, the next thing we want you to do is go way out west, right? And I say way out west, it's not that far. It's only about, a little bit over an hour, going out to the Berkshires. The Berkshires is just so beautiful. It's absolutely amazing. There's so many scenic drives, so many places to hike and bike. And I know sometimes, our friends out in Western Mass feel like we leave them out there, but we love you and we love your area so much. Again, just perception. When you live in an area that's packed and everything is right around you, you think things are really far away, but that's not correct. Well, if you have the perception, it's correct because you live by what your belief systems are, and if you can change those at any point in time. So definitely, those are great places to visit. Some other things to do, we love going hiking and doing biking, and there's so many beautiful parks, so many nature reserves. Mount Greylock is definitely something we recommend to go do. It's one of the highest points in Massachusetts, absolutely stunning. The hike is not that bad, or not that challenging, I should say. And another place is the Blue Hills Reservation. Now, it's not this giant mountain. However, it's a pretty decent place. It's right in Milton, Massachusetts. So it's very close to Boston, probably, I would say maybe 10 to 15 minutes. It depends how you get there. There's multiple ways to go. So I just started thinking about all the different traffic. I used to do landscaping, getting caught. But anyway, yeah, I'm in one of those moods today, if you can't tell. So another place is going down Route 6A towards the Cape, absolutely known for its amazing views and beautiful landmarks. So there's lots and lots of things to do here in our state. You just pick whatever you like, and there's something to do. One of the other things we love to do is going to farmers markets. And, we love to support local businesses. The big businesses have knocked some of the little guys out of the arena, and people get upset about that. However, we do have to stop and think about this. All big businesses started off as small businesses. And it's important to support our small businesses that, one day they can flourish and become, huge as well. Or we want to support them so they can stay in business around the giants. And a lot of times, you're going to have more personalized service. I love going to the local hardware store just so I can go through and instead of having to buy 400 nails, I can just buy like 3 that I need. So as far as supporting locals, like I said, farmers markets, we love it. There's so many of them. And there's farmers markets that have, meat, they have flowers, they have vegetables. So you definitely want to go check them out. There's tons of fairs and festivals too. Another cool thing is taking a boat on the Charles River. Now, I started to sing at the beginning of the video. I'll sing a little bit. I love that dirty water. Yeah, the Charles River, it was really dirty a long time ago. It's gotten a little bit better, but it runs right through Boston. You get amazing views. It's a really cool place to go. There's lots of companies that you can jump on a boat. I mean, if you really want to get an interesting experience, go on the duck boats. I know a lot of cities have them. Of course, I want to imagine that we were the first place in America to have the duck boats. We do duck boat tours when the teams win championships. They parade those through the city. And yes, I have to say this, we have quite a bit of parades. I'm not rubbing it in. It's just amazing to grow up in the state where the sports were, we had some decent sports, and then we just got crushed in a lot of things. And then my beloved Bruins win the Stanley Cup in 2011. They're going to do it again this year, baby. They're on a tear. They're doing amazing. But the Patriots took off the Celtics, the Red Sox, and we even have the Revolution. So I don't know if they have a big tournament because I'm not big into soccer. I did go to one game. It was actually really fun, and it was cool to be in Gillette Stadium, this giant stadium. It doesn't sell out for the soccer games, but there's a lot of people there, and you can get really close, and it's still fun. And to be in the place where the Patriots play, like, of course you're going to get excited about that if you're a Patriots fan. So don't hate us because you hate us. Yeah, I know. Anyway, so the Charles River, as far as sports, definitely Fenway Park, what an amazing place. Now, again, seeing the transformation over what Fenway was and what it's created, now we have this, we always had the big monster, the green monster, this giant wall, and they put seats up there years ago, and it was like, wow, you can actually sit up there. And, the old Fenway Park that was, just kind of run down and just a mess has really transformed into this beautiful space, keeping the history, keeping the location where it is. Is it the easiest place to get to? No. Is it the easiest place to find parking? Absolutely not. There's a secret lot that if you want to know about, I can tell you, shoot me an email, I'll let you know. But definitely, one of the most iconic baseball stadiums, so you definitely want to check that out. Now, lots and lots of events, lots of festivals. One of the biggest things that's coming up real soon is the Boston Marathon. So, this is one of the most famous ones as far as the world of marathon runners. It's an awesome, event just to go to cheer people on, or if you have the stamina to train. The cool thing about the marathons, and I'm not a marathon guy, I'm not a runner by any means. However, what's really amazing is to be in the race, to compete, you need to be sponsored. So there's a lot of great causes that people are raising money for to actually be able to run in this event. So definitely go cheer them on. There's other things like Patriots Day reenactments that day. And then, we have the Boston Seafood Festival, the Boston Calling Music Festival, always a lot of things to do so that you're never bored, trying to figure out what do I do next. Last thing we're going to talk about is definitely food and drinks. We have a lot. Massachusetts, I'm not going to say we're famous, but we got a lot of great seafoods, whether it comes, the lobster, the local fishes. We used to be the flounder capital of the world. And guess what? Fried clams. Yes, we're sliding it back into the videos, especially springtime. Like we talked about before, maybe it's just breading dipped in tartar sauce. I'm not sure what I love, but that gooey clam belly kind of sits in there. So like we identified last week, definitely want to check out the Union Oyster House as far as the history and amazing food. And then one of our local chains that's absolutely just skyrocketed over the past couple of years is Legal Seafood. If you fly in and out of Logan Airport, I don't know if they're in all the terminals, but some of them have legal seafood. Some of them have what's called legal seafood test kitchens, which is exactly what it is. I mean, you can't go wrong trying anything these guys make. It makes me think of this Brussels sprout salad that they served a couple of years ago. It's raw Brussels sprouts shaved really thin with bacon and all these other things. Yeah, bacon makes everything great. So I think it cancels out the healthiness by throwing all the sodium in there, but it was delicious. As far as drinks are concerned, we got a lot of great breweries that are known nationwide, maybe worldwide. I don't travel the world that much. I don't drink anymore. So I know Sam Adams Brewery, amazing business. And then Harpoon as well. That's a great brewery. All right, thanks for watching. That's our video about springtime in Massachusetts. So we hope you enjoyed learning about some of the places to go, things to do, things to eat, things to drink. Whether you're just coming here for, to come out and check out the place, if you're looking to visit, you're looking to do some vacations, you're looking to move here, definitely reach out to us. Like I said, sometimes we get overloaded, so we'll get back to you as quick as we can. We appreciate the support. We appreciate you checking out the channel. We have so much fun doing this. You just got to remember, when it comes to Massachusetts, we've always got your back.